Hello, my name is Samantha Hill. I'm just going to kind of briefly explain my experience with a cystoscopy and a CT scan for when you visit the urologist. I know there's a lot of videos that are super long and they don't cut to the chase and it's kind of very annoying, but this is very straightforward and I just did it like a couple hours ago, so nothing is clouding my mind. I'm fresh off the table. So one, the CT scan, the worst part about it, if you hate needles, is getting the IV put in. I'm a baby when it comes to needles, so getting an IV in is kind of a big deal. I had to mentally prepare myself to be stuck. So, and I'm a dental assistant, so that's kind of really lame of me, but, and then in the IV, they're going to put what's called a contrast dye while you are getting the radiograph taken. And it just pretty much feels like a really warm sensation that you can kind of taste in your throat a little bit, but it makes you feel like you're peeing yourself, essentially, but you're not. So, yeah, the worst part was the needle stick for me, but that's just because I'm a baby. The warm sensation, it went away within like a minute, so that was not bad at all. And then the cystoscopy, kind of how that went, right after I signed the consent form and I laid on the table, she draped me. There should be like a square open that's meant for your genitals to be displayed for the doctor. And what they do is they take a syringe with a lidocaine gel in it. See, I thought how they were going to numb me with the topical. I thought they were just going to rub it on me and then let it sit in. But that's totally not the case. They take it with a syringe and they kind of open you a little bit and squirt it into there and then put a Q-tip in there to hold it for when the doctor comes in. And so as soon as the doctor comes in, he takes out the Q-tip and the gel kind of oozes out a little bit, but it essentially is supposed to be held there so it can start to get you numb a little bit faster. And then he takes about this long by this wide of a metal pole that has a camera on the end of it with a light, and he inserts it into your urethra. Usually the tech is sitting there kind of like spreading you out a little bit so that the doctor can see a little bit better of where he's going. And probably the most painful part, it wasn't painful, it was just really uncomfortable, was like the first 3 to 5 inches maybe of the insertion. But once it was inserted into the bladder, I only felt pressure down there. It wasn't painful, it was just pressure. And anytime he moved the camera around to kind of see around in my bladder and my urethra, it was just pressure, like slight uncomfortable pressure, but it was not bad. And I just want to let you guys know I'm a baby when it comes to pain. I don't tolerate it very well. I'm like kind of a weak link when it comes to handling stuff, especially medically. I'm just a big baby. So if that's you out there, I hope that I can bring you some comfort to say that it was not that bad. And it was not nearly as intrusive as I thought it would be. The doctor was in there for about a minute, and then as soon as he pulled it out, I still felt that kind of uncomfortable pressure, but it was over with. And then they had me wipe myself with like a warm cloth to remove any of like that lube they got on me, or like their little disinfectant thing they put on you. I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry, but it's everyone pretty much knows what it is. It kind of just, it's kind of like an orangish rub down, just to kind of make that area like disinfected and clean. A lot of people who undergo surgery anywhere have that rubbed on your skin in that specific area so it can be clean, and it prevents infections essentially. But after that, I wiped myself up, and I thought maybe afterwards I was going to be sore, or if I sat down, it was going to hurt a little bit, or I could feel where it was, or where it had happened. And to be honest, I feel nothing. I feel like I didn't even have a procedure done. It was very conservative, not nearly as uncomfortable as I thought I'd be. I thought I was gonna cry, but I kind of just sat there and kind of like while it was going in, because it was kind of like cringeworthy a little bit, because it felt like a lot of pressure and like pinching. But as soon as that initial stick in, I was good to go. Just uncomfortable pressure. But I mean, I'm healthy. If anyone was gonna ask, it came out really good and nothing's wrong with me. So I hope this was a short video, give you some comfort to my fellow weaklings who don't tolerate pain very well. And if you do tolerate pain, then this should be the easiest procedure of your entire life. So I would advise not watching the procedure on a medical video before you get it done. Maybe after your procedure, because it kind of tripped me out when I watched the video, and it's a lot less invasive than the video portrayed. And it's not in this giant room. They probably were getting something else done on top of a cystoscopy, but I was in a tiny exam room, minimal instruments, and it was overall a good experience. A lot less intimidating than I thought it would be. But anyways, I hope, I don't know, this helped a little bit. I wanted to be very honest and straightforward. I had a great urologist, a great doctor, very kind and gentle, and I hope that your cystoscopy or CT scan goes just as great as mine did. So thanks for watching.